Oh, hi everyone. It does help when you unmute yourself. Pro streamers, unite. Thank you everyone. Thank you. I think I'm gonna make a mic command later on, so that when I do that, people can just spam the mic command and shout at me that way. But hey, thank you everyone for letting me know. Welcome. So today we are back with Stories to be Told. Unfortunately, Katie can't be with us, so I am taking over with a one-shot, which I did prep for. That is what I was holding the book up for earlier. I actually did prep. You can see the scribbles on the page. There is prep that has been done. This one was prepped back in September when we were doing midweek modules every week. It's one of the ones from the Kobold Press, the Claret Wellspring. So if you know it, we'll just go through. Before we go around and say hello to all these wonderful faces around our screen today, let's go through some channel announcements. First of all, we have social links. Check out our Discord, our Twitter, and our YouTube. Discord is a safe, inclusive space where you can talk about TTRPGs and all the other wonderful things in the community. We've also put up recently some new analytic tabs in there, so you can look at how the stream's doing on Twitch, Twitter, how we're doing financially, and all that sort of good stuff. Just keeping it all really open booked with you all, so you can all see exactly how we're doing. Twitter, if you would like to get into a game, send me a DM and I will get you into a game. At the moment, this game still has spaces before the end of March, as does the other D&D 5e game. We also have spaces in our Ryutama campaign and the Cypher System campaigns on Wednesdays. Yesterday we did a Wacky Racers inspired game, and it was so much fun. So much fun. Monsters of the Week is full, so unfortunately I can't give any more spaces in that one. Also YouTube, all of these videos end up on YouTube if you want to go and catch up, or if you want to see this video again, it'll be live on YouTube before next week. We also have a Patreon. You can check us out over there. We have free articles available over there. You guys can go and check out about TTRPGs and the surrounding events and such, written by the wonderful Renee Rhodes, or Ray Deanne as she's known on the webs. You can support us over there for as little as $1 as well, and the support is very greatly appreciated. Also, we have merch. If you want to get one of these crests on your chest, then head over to the Redbubble where you can get one of those. We also have sponsors. Bird in the Storm Publishing is one of our sponsors. They create content for D&D and other TTRPGs in the form of modules. The Clearing the Midnight Wield module is live on YouTube at the moment. We played it over Christmas, and you can go and view it now. It was a ton of fun. We are also sponsored by Mage Hand Press. Mage Hand Press created the Dark Matter Alpha, a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e, and you can see us play that this evening at 10 PM EST when we'll be playing D&D in space. What else do we have? Check out the panels below for some more sponsors. We have Arasavad.com, we have TabletopLoot.com, and we have RueInc.com. If you want to go and get yourself some dice, some accessories to roll or store your dice, or some maps, check out those websites. With my codes in the panels below, you can get 10 to 15% discount. Lastly, we do have a tweet. Every 10 retweets will gift a potion to be designated to a random player who will drink it to find out what it does. Because that is the only test after all. I think that's everything. Oh, also check out our artist. There's a panel below for our artist as well. She does all of the posters and overlays, and she's amazing. Let's go round and say hello to the people around the screen. Why don't we go clockwise around and start with V. Oh, hi, V. Who are you? Who are you playing today?
Hi. I don't know. Who am I?
I'll start off with the deep questions.
Yeah, right. Who am I? Who are we all? Isn't that the question? I am V. I am the Crafting Muse over on YouTube, but today I am playing Juniper Defrost, who came out to play over the weekend, and she's back. So I'm looking forward to playing Juniper again. She was a lot of fun. She did get to have a what was it, death dog, but Scrat said I couldn't keep him.
No, this mission's far too dangerous for a death dog, I'm afraid.
Oh, fine. But she is a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to playing her today.
Fantastic. Next around, we have I Am Sintu. I hope I pronounced that right. Oh, hi. Muted.
You're right, I am muted. I am impressed that you got my name correct, yes. I am, in fact, Sintu, and today I'm going to be playing Loose String, a Tabaxi Barbarian. And I've just met her today, so I don't know her intimately, but I'm sure I will by the end of this adventure. I've streamed a few times before, and I always love it so much. And yes, I am willing to drink whatever potions you guys give me.
Thank you very much.
By the way, because Loose String has 2 S's right in a row to pronounce, it's okay if you guys want to call me Lucy. Or Stringy. Up to you, really.
Thank you. And lastly around the screen, we welcome Cami Jewel. Oh, hi.
Hi, I'm playing Harmony, and this is my first time streaming, so I'm nervous.
We are so happy to have you
excited.
here. So happy to have you. Welcome. Well, everyone, before we get started, one mechanical thing to explain. One of the things that Katie does every week, and I'm going to carry it on in her name, is everyone will start with inspiration. You can use that inspiration to have advantage on any roll. Once you've used your inspiration, if you want to get it back, if you look on your character sheets, it should be on the bio and info section, there are 3 facts about your character. By playing into one of those facts, you can gain your inspiration back again. So why don't we go around again and just go through the things about our character for this one shot. And V, since this character wasn't designed by Katie, I would like you to come up with 3 things on the spot. Do you need a moment? Should I go around?
No. She is not the sharpest knife in the drawer. She loves to speak in double entendre. Loves it. And she's a little hyperactive.
Okay, so I should make a note of these, actually.
Yeah.
Hyperactive.
Hyperactive.
Double entendre.
Yep.
What was the first one?
Not the sharpest knife in the drawer.
Dim. Got it.
Yep.
Fantastic. Thank you. Next around, Cynthia, what are loose strings 3 facts? Oh, muted again.
Apparently one of my flaws is that I don't know when I'm muted. I am constantly cold and always want to be near the fire or out in the sun.
Mm-hmm.
I get annoyed when things are too tidy. And I'm a bit of a kleptomaniac, and I like to swipe things from the party members, although I always give them back.
Okay, fantastic. Lastly, Harmony, what are your 3 things?
I'm well known in my home for renditions of popular folk songs. I pick up a piece of jewelry, inexpensive jewelry, everywhere I visit, and I wear all of it. And when I'm annoyed, I'm prone to clutching and unclutching my hands or whatever is closest to me.
Okay, fantastic. Well, with that in mind, bear that in mind for when you've run out of inspiration and you would like to have an advantage. We will launch into the one-shot. We start not in the forest where Katie has been tracking us, but instead in the desert. We're going to time skip to a completely different time in these players' lives when they have met Juniper, who is a new character to the scene. You have, I believe, been sent out... Oh, no, it doesn't even say why, actually. So why would the 3 of you be in the desert? I know what I'm going to do to you, but why were you here in the first place? Is this some sort of expedition, maybe? Are you searching for something? Traveling from A to B? Open floor, anyone can answer.
I live here. It's warm. This is my sandbox.
That makes a lot of sense. Okay, so Loose Strings lives here. That explains it for Loose String.
I just came here to have fun.
I followed her.
Okay, so how did the 3 of you meet?
I have a thing for animal types. And I miss my dog.
I feel uneasy about the dog, but
Dog's not here. I had to leave him at home.
there's a smell. It's not a bad smell, but there's a smell.
I'll sniff my clothes like, what?
Great. Okay, so as you are trekking through the desert, perhaps heading back to Loose String's place, Loose String, you're in a new area of the desert. You don't know this area so well. It's not so well traveled. As far as anyone knows, there's nothing out here. Is anyone in the group a spellcaster?
A few. Like a couple.
I don't think I have it. No.
Yeah. Me.
So, as you are strolling through the desert, those of you who are spellcasters or have arcane ability will just feel perhaps the hairs on your arm rise, a little bit of a prickling.
I feel fine.
Anyone else get the bumps on their arms?
They
Yeah.
make a cream for that.
It's not like that. It's like when you get all puffy because you got upset about something.
Or like ants crawling on you.
Yeah, like the goose flesh. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Why are we talking about this? Now I itch.
You're rather susceptible to suggestions, aren't you?
Don't take that as an opportunity.
I'll take it anyway I want.
And as we're walking, I sort of take an extra little with one of my feet and kick just a little bit of sand on her.
Which will go right in my face because I'm a halfling.
No. Really low down. Knee level on a halfling, ankle for anybody else.
Are any of you? Go on.
I was going to say, you know where we're going?
Sure, absolutely. I'm here all the time.
That's a no,
Direction
isn't it?
sense is what tabaxi do best.
Sure. Okay.
I'm sure it's right around here. There's an oasis, and I've been here all the time. And there's lots of people around.
Well, I thought oases get better at midnight.
Well, yeah, but you want to be there early.
Oh, for a spot?
For instance.
Okay.
Or, just in case there's a potential mate around.
Okay. Well, you lead on then, because you seem to be the tabaxi with a plan.
And I lead on very confidently.
As you do lead on, an oasis does indeed become visible in the distance, about a mile ahead. Maybe it's difficult to tell in this changing sands, but there is an oasis about a mile ahead.
I look surprised for a minute. See, I told you.
I believed you. Uh-huh. Yeah.
As well you should.
I'm just walking behind, like, humming. Making sure that I keep the halfling in sight.
Yeah, I kind of blend in because I'm like, same color hair as the desert sand. It's probably not good.
Now, Cammy, sitting in the desert sands, Harmony will see a little bottle just peeking out above the sand, as we have reached our first 10 retweets potion.
Oh, so that means I have to drink it?
Mechanically, yes, at some point. You don't have to do it straight away.
Okay.
But you do gain this potion. You can store it for now. You can do whatever.
I'm gonna pick it up and kind of like swoosh it around, look at it.
It's a strange, really. The bottle looks to be opaque, like sort of black sort of glass, very dark brown glass, difficult to see inside. And it does seem sealed, though. It has a wax seal on the top, so unfortunately opening it would mean you'd have to drink it, otherwise it'd get full of sand.
I'm gonna try to rub it to see if a genie comes out.
I love her.
So if any of you happen to look behind, perhaps if you have a passive perception of 12 or more, you might see Harmony furiously rubbing a bottle behind you, humming to herself happily. Or their self happily, sorry.
Oh. Normally you're supposed to drink them, not rub them.
But what if it's a genie?
Isn't it normally like an empty lamp, not a bottle of something?
You never know. Housing crises and stuff like that.
Well, you're either going to get a genie or something's about to get excited.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it in a pocket for now.
Certainly you may. Well, if you'd like to continue, you may continue walking towards the oasis. Walking through the desert is a free action.
I would like to continue walking.
The prickling seems to get
That
worse.
looks like a place where I might find a clouder.
Yeah, the closer you get to the oasis, the worse the prickling gets.
For everyone or just the casters?
Just the casters.
I'm fine.
It's getting itchy-ish around here.
Yeah, feels weird.
What are you on about?
I don't get the best of feelings here. I don't know. It just doesn't seem quite right.
Natural?
That's a good one. Natural. Yeah. You sure you know this place?
Yeah,
You have been here before, right?
loads of times. Didn't I tell you about the oasis? Told you it was here.
And Oasis, yeah, sure.
Loads of times.
Right. Well, if you
I'm
stop.
lying. I'll give you that for free. She's lying.
You don't know, do you? I'm going with yes on that one.
Well, I've heard it described. Yes, same
Okay.
thing.
What have they said about the place then, at least? Because this just doesn't seem.
That there's an oasis.
That's it?
Would there be anything else, GM?
This genuinely isn't an area that you have known before, so this would be the first time that you are also seeing this terrain.
Sure, but would I have heard anything about it, or am I completely blowing air?
Yeah, this place is completely unexplored. This is we're going to be set in a part of the world at the moment which is as yet unexplored. Though you may not know it, you are stepping where at least very few have stepped before.
What direction are we walking in?
Northern direction.
Yeah, they said 2 days to the west, there's an oasis. Oasis.
Okay. I guess we check it out then. Kind of look around to see if there's like anything like, I don't know, an odd statue or piece of pottery.
It's difficult to tell in the distance. You can see there's some like trees, but you can also see what looks like some straighter structures. But you are more than half a mile away, so it's difficult to see. You can give me a perception check if you like.
All right, sure. Why not? There we go.
Yeah, on a 15, you can, like you say, you can see there is some man-made structures there. Possibly looks like sandstone, but it is difficult to tell from this distance.
Okay.
As
At least,
go on.
ooh,
No.
at least there's signs of life. I'll point to the buildings.
Not so much buildings, more just like pillars in the sand.
Oh, okay. At least there's signs of something.
As you get within half a mile of the oasis, you hear in the distance I guess what can only really be described as an arcane sound.
What was that?
As a wave of force makes its way towards you, not real as such, not like a physical force, but you just feel this woof wash over you. And I would like everyone to make me a strength saving throw to resist being blown back by the blast. Oof. So, our loose string, you hold firm. But both Harmony and Juniper are thrown back by this seemingly imaginary force. Can you also make me a DC... a Constitution saving throw? This will be DC 12. 12 is the number we're looking for.
All of us?
Yes. Okay, interesting. So the two that get blown back, you will take 2d6 damage, as you are blown back 20 feet. type. 8 damage, please. Both of you. But loose string, holding your ground is fine. However, this does instead deafen you.
My ears flattened so hard. What is that?
That was not fun. That's what that was.
Yeah, that was
Now I itch.
less than ideal.
Something tells me we need to make sure we're on the ready for this area. This is weird.
Weird is a good word. There is a strange aftershock as a second wave comes over you, not forcing you physically in any way this time, but instead, each of you feels suddenly the urge to describe the first time you encountered magic.
This reminds me of my brother.
Irritating and pushy?
No, that's my other brother. This one's the one who, well, he's always been a special boy.
What made him special?
He does things, you know, he can make ice. If you've got a headache, he can make ice. But sometimes it feels weird, some of the things he does. Just, you know, shiny is his, and bright, and sometimes things catch fire. I don't think he means to. It kind of reminds me of that.
So he's got a little magic to him now.
Listen, can you speak up? Because just...
He's got a bit of magic to him then?
Yeah. Just... How are your ears? My ears are... And they're very flat.
Mine are not. Mine are good.
Yeah, mine are good too. Maybe try lifting them. Like,
You need to pick them up.
I push him up. You know, like people try to smile to be in a better attitude. It's just not working. No. Tail snakes back and forth.
I think we need to speak up a little bit for now.
Is my hearing coming back, or am I still a little off?
You will... Mechanically, you are going to be deafened for, I believe, some time. You won't know how much time. That's one of the things of being under an affliction. You don't generally know how long they last. Mechanically, this will make you automatically fail any ability check that requires hearing. But for communication purposes, we'll allow you to continue communicating because this is a stream and communication is important.
Yeah, if you don't feel like shouting to save your throat, I will just take it that you're shouting unless you say you're not.
Okay. Is it sad that wasn't shouting for me?
Good voice.
Do you continue to approach the oasis?
Yes, but I've pulled out my short swords.
I get my javelin ready at one of my javelins.
yeah, I'm
Start
just
stretching.
gonna walk.
Start stretching with it behind my head and all.
Okay.
I'm ready.
And as you approach, soon you are at the tree line, making your way into the oasis. You'll see a blood-covered pool surrounded by withering vegetation. The trees themselves look kind of a little sad, not thriving in the desert as you might expect. There are 3 towering stone columns. The jagged columns rise like teeth from the moor buried under the sand. A stone dial sits upon a small pedestal on the far side of the water, its face marked with 4 distinct lines.
This isn't the good oasis.
No, this isn't exactly a welcome mat. At least not a good one.
I don't like it.
It smells.
Can I? You said there's just the 4 marks on the. It wasn't the columns. What was the 4 marks on again?
There is 3 columns.
Right.
And a stone dial that sits upon a small pedestal with 4 marks on its face.
Okay. I'm going
Like-
to.
Parallel claw marks or like compass points?
More like a sort of gauge, I guess, like where you've got maybe
It's like a,
yeah, that sort of dial with 4 marks. There is a lever as well, or a hand in the center.
this
Not
is
it.
yeah. Can I? Hold on.
Uh,
Let's see.
Levers are what Tabaxi do best. Unless, of course, you'd like to.
No, by all means, go right ahead.
I merrily charge up to it.
Maybe look at it first.
Okay, so I look at it. Look all over it. Give
Do
it a
you see
sniff.
anything?
Fly speck.
Okay.
And it's a lever. Do I, in fact, see anything else odd about it?
It looks very crude. This is sandstone, old, dry wood, sort of more like driftwood now, where it's been smoothed by the shifting sands.
Mm-hmm. Just a wooden lever.
Just a wooden lever, yeah. Although it does seem, if you were to touch it, as though it's quite solid. It's going to take a bit of effort to move it.
I'll give it a small effort and then try a little harder.
Okay. If you want to try and move the lever to a different position, it will require an athletics check.
Athletics.
I'm gonna take 5 steps back.
Likewise.
Oh, I think I jogged it too hard.
You jogged it fairly hard. We won't go for too hard. We'll say that you just made this look easy, as Lee Strings just goes up and just goes, huh, click.
Only 1 mark.
Just 1 mark. As you do that, you can see the pool begin to bubble and shimmer. And as the pool bubbles and shimmers, you see on the stone pillars, in fact, there are also lines, 2 lines, creating 3 segments. You see the bottom segments slowly fill, as though they are soaking with this blood-soaked fluid.
Put the lever back.
The blood drains back into the pool.
That ain't right. That. Oh dear.
Do it again. But like 2 times.
Yeah.
2 marks.
Dial it up
marks.
to 11.
No, we're gonna go to 2. Gas mark 2 is fine for us.
Every time you move the dial, I will need another athletics check, please.
Okay.
A 14 is plenty. You click the dial back to position 1. The blood starts moving back up. 1/3 full.
Wait, it moved 1/3 and then it moved 1/3 twice, even though I put it up to the second one?
Every increment will require another athletics check.
Oh, okay. Well,
You'll see why in a minute.
No, that's not comforting, but I'll do it again because do it again is what I do best.
Yeah, so when you bring it up to the next dial, you're now halfway across. You can see the pool goes up another increment. So now the columns are 2/3 full. However,
is there anything happen to the level in the pool?
the pool is definitely going down, and as it goes down, it begins to reveal a shape. A sort of large figure shape that looks a lot like a person made out of water. They stand looking a little cross that people are messing with their pool.
Excuse me. I want to put it back. And
Nope.
no, that's full of nope.
As you put the dial back, the creature continues to stand anyway, as the water pulls back into the pool, and it turns, looking towards the dial, and begins striding towards you, Loose String. Please can you roll for me some initiative, and if the rest of you would like to get involved as well, please do. I'm really sorry about the music, chat. For some reason my Roll20 music just keeps cutting out, and I don't know why.
Heck. Complete heck.
Well, so Loose String is going to be going first, followed by our water elemental friend. Then Junie.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally we have Harmony. Oh, that music's so annoying.
May I hold action until I know what the water person wants to do, and then go? Like, trigger an action with their action?
You may. Yeah, of course you can. You can hold your action until they
Do a thing?
Yeah, okay. So their go is next. Their action is very simple. They are going to move towards you and slam a giant watery hand onto you and the dial.
Oops.
Does a 19 hit you?
A 19 hits me.
Please take 12 bludgeoning damage as this watery hand slams you to into the sand. You did hold your action though, and you may take it now.
Looking on my character sheet for hit points. Let's find hit points.
Should be in the center somewhere.
Ah, here we go. You said 19 damage?
12.
Oh, that's better. Oh, 38. But it hits me, so all I've got is using the javelin like a thrusting spear instead of a throwing one.
Okay, please, you can do that. If you'd like to do any bonus actions as well, like possibly enraging, you are completely entitled to do so.
That's actually a really good idea. Why don't I rage?
I'll let you take your full turn now. You held your full turn for them to attack, so you can make the attack and rage all at once.
I would like to do that. And that gets me something. Javelin. Javelin used as a spear. So, in response to getting smacked and wet, I jab for center mass.
Okay, a 22 definitely hits as your spear pierces this what looks like a blood elemental, I guess. Why don't you roll me some damage on that? 7 piercing. You create this hole, and then blood comes away with the spear and lands on the sand nearby, in rough lines.
In lines. Oh, I don't feel good about this.
Now that we've gone through your held action, unfortunately the elemental does have a multi-attack, so it's going to slam its other hand down on you. Does a 26 hit you?
Oh yes, a 26 hits me great.
But now you are raging, of course, so the bludgeoning damage will be halved. So
is that round up or down?
Always down, so you take 6 points of damage.
Okay. Do I get extra attacks on rage?
Ooh, depends what kind of barbarian you are.
Depends on the path.
But it would cost you a bonus action anyway, so you'd have to use one bonus action to rage. You could possibly, if you're a frenzy barbarian, you could have an extra attack on your next turn, now that you're raging.
I am, but that's next turn. Okay, yeah, that's me.
Awesome. So after the elemental, Junie and Harmony standing on the other side of the water, some way back, was it? You see this large water giant hop out of the blood spring and begin attacking your friend Loosestring, who led you all the way out here. Junie, you have the initiative. What do you want to do?
I'm going to start with casting Hunter's Mark upon it. So now it's getting an extra d6 damage. And I'm going to shoot it twice with my longbow because I have an extra attack now.
Lovely.
All right, so first longbow. It's a 29 crit!
That is a critical hit.
Okay, so I don't think this has the Hunter's Mark rolled in yet, so I can roll for that and then roll a d6.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so longbow damage is going to be 9 total, and then let's do a d6.
2d6 because you crit.
Oh, that's right, 2d6. So there we go. So 15, right?
Yep.
All right, so 15 damage on the first arrow. Let's go for second longbow.
A 20 will
That's
hit.
20, and that's going to give us 11, and then we need the 6, and that's going to be... Ooh, full damage.
Lovely.
So 17.
So you see these two arrows, Loosestring, pass through the water elemental above you, splashing more lines, not only on the sand, but also on yourself.
Lines of water or lines of blood?
It does seem to be lines of watered down blood. Harmony. Your initiative for the bottom of the order.
Yes. How far away is elemental?
We'll say 40 feet.
Okay, so I can't reach it. I'm gonna move 20 feet closer, and I'm gonna try Vicious Mockery, I think.
Of course, yeah.
And be like, what kind of weirdo lives in blood? What's wrong with you?
The
Oh,
creature
no.
does save on Vicious Mockery. Is that a cantrip or a spell?
It's a cantrip.
So it's no damage, right?
Yes, I believe that is so. Yeah.
Okay, so your words seem to pass through the water almost harmlessly. Better luck next time, I suppose. We go back to the top of the round. Loosestring.
Well, is it a bonus action once I have raged to switch from a javelin, which is a distance weapon, to something more suited to this?
No, I will let you change weapons as a free action.
Awesome. Yeah, that javelin is not helping me at all, so I'm going to discard it for the moment and whip out my great axe.
Mhm.
And with my vorpal blade go snicker snack. And yowling like someone has just set fire to my tail.
Okay.
And at this moment, I would also like to use that to go into a frenzied rage, which I understand has its effect next turn.
We'll say you did it last time. That's
okay.
fine.
Oh, that's nice. Huh.
Unfortunately, the first attack will be a miss.
Which makes me even madder. I get a second one now, right?
Bonus action to attack whilst you're in a frenzy, yes.
Okay.
Unfortunately, the 9's not doing much either, as you seem to get all angry, but not really much more accurate, as you swing around wildly, but not really hitting the creature.
It's because I'm wet. It's because I'm wet.
I think I was out of hearing range for that comment.
I'm not hearing much either. Still deafened.
So the creature's going to carry on focusing on Loosestring. It's going to make its first attack for an 8.
Nope. Yay.
And a 19.
That one gets me.
So it'll be another 8 bludgeoning damage or 4 for you.
Yes.
Juniper. Getting more and more wet.
Yes.
Juniper?
Oh, I was gonna say, is that everything for the monster?
Yeah, the monster's a simple creature. It just likes to hit things.
It still has my hunter's mark on it, so I'm going to shoot at it twice again. First time, 19.
That hits.
So we get 10, and then we're going to be getting 2. And second round, another crit! Nice. So that is going to be... the mathing in my head right now is not working.
That's
so
okay.
What...
I've got it.
You got it? Okay, and then let me add the d6 in twice, you said?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait. No, it did it twice already. Negate the 4. It's a 7 total.
Yep, 7 total. No problem.
Yep.
Fantastic. So another 2 arrows come flying through this blood elemental, making Lutestring even more wet, but also putting these lines on the ground. Harmony, calm as you are and at a slight distance, you can see that these lines are almost landing too neatly, as though they're forming some sort of rune. But that's not the most pressing thing right now. There's a water elemental attacking you. And it is your turn, Harmony.
I'm gonna go closer.
You can? Yes, you can get all the way to melee range.
And I'm gonna poke it with my rapier.
A 13 is just a miss, I think. Yeah, unfortunately, the water sort of shimmers around your blade, and unfortunately, that's it's not quite going to hit. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
I'm not sure I have anything that is a bonus action.
Correct me if I'm wrong. You're a bard.
That is true. Oh, right. I am a bard. I'm gonna look at Wellspring and be like, "You got it, girl." Like really awkwardly.
You can do it!
Exactly.
Despite the awkwardness, I believe this is Bardic Inspiration. So, Lutestring, you will receive it at this level. How much inspiration is your Bardic Inspiration? How much does it say?
I believe it's a 1d6, right?
Possibly. Let's see. You're level 4. It's either a d6 or a d8. It might be a d8 already.
Pretty sure it's a d6 at this point.
It's a 6. It should be
Yeah.
I believe it's a 6. Yeah.
Should be a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, so Lutestring, you will have a 6 to add to one of your rolls.
That's awesome because I will need it.
And after Harmony, it is indeed your turn.
Being so inspired by her completely unreasonable confidence in me, I give a mighty roar, and try again with my great axe.
Yep. As V says in chat, the inspired Raging Barbarian attacks again with 21. A 21 hits.
Can I add d6 to the damage?
If she's Valor, yes. If it's Lore, no.
I'm lore.
Oh, that's okay.
Shoot.
Can I use the DM inspiration for that?
No, DM Inspiration will give you an advantage on a roll.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to have advantage on an attack roll, just say so, and you can use it. That's fine.
Okay. Well, I'm fine with this for now. 7 damage.
7 damage. And would you like to use your bonus action to attack again?
Heck yes. and also between swings, I will say, all we wanted was to know.
9 won't be enough, but you do have Bardic Inspiration if you'd like to add a d6 to it.
I would love to add a d6 to that. Let me just 1d6.
Hey, that's enough. You hit.
Finally. I like it when I hit.
Ooh.
13 slashing.
Ooh. You see a large chunk of blood fly out and separate into neat lines before it hits the sand once more.
I don't like this way of passing notes in class. This blood runes is not my jam.
Okay.
But it is not my turn, so it doesn't matter.
How is Loose String looking at the moment?
She definitely rumpled. Maybe a little bit happy about it, but yeah, rumpled and not at her best, shall we say.
Not at her best. Would you go so far as to say bloodied?
Bloodied, yes. There's blood. There's blood. She doesn't look like she's ready to give up on anything, but she would really like a beer.
She'd really like a beer.
Really like a beer.
Well, Harmony and Juniper, Loose String looks ferocious as they are attacking, but also is starting to look a little damaged as this creature continues to attack them. A 22?
Yeah, 22 hits me great.
So there'll be another 17 bludgeoning damage, which would go down
now
to an 8.
I look very rough. I look very rough indeed.
Are you taking a knee rough?
I'm staggering backward rough, and I am considering taking a knee, yes. Or maybe the knee just sort of happens. Don't take it like it's a voluntary thing.
Well, let's see as this creature comes in to attack you one last time on its turn. A 26.
Definitely hits me.
15 bludgeoning damage, taking you down to another 7.
Oh, the last one was half of that.
Yes, so that would have
wait.
been 8 and 7, so you've taken a total of 15 damage this turn.
No, I forgot to take half last turn. So that was actually not 13. That was 6. So I have 6 more, 17. Okay, I'm looking very, very close to being completely useless.
Okay, Juniper and Harmony, it'll be your turns now. Juniper, it's you first. How are you going to respond to this as Loose String is looking reasonably hurt, and the elemental creature is still moving. It does not look bloodied, despite being a blood elemental. It's still moving in its normal capacity.
And how far away is this entirely from me?
40 feet.
Crap. I'm gonna. Well, let's see. I'm going to.
Your shooting has done the most good of anything so far.
I was gonna say. I think I'm gonna keep trying to hurt it. So longbow it again, and it still has hunter mark going. Oh, jeez.
That's a solid hit.
Here we go. Okay, so 5, and then the d6, which is another 5, so 10.
Mm-hmm.
Second shot.
That hits as well.
So that's going to be another 5, and then another 4. 19.
Consistent shooting. Consistent.
Impressive.
And then Harmony, it is your turn.
I am. Can I move over to one of the blood lines in the sand and try to remove it with my foot?
Clever girl.
You can, yes. It is destroyed very easily.
All right, good to know. And can I?
I'll let you do that as a free action, actually. You can just move your foot
Awesome.
across and you can just kick sand over it and it's gone.
Okay, and I'm gonna go over to Loose String and cast Cure Wounds.
Bless. Bless you.
At level 2.
14 hit points restored. Very nice.
Wow, thank you.
And that is my turn.
You
Can I
still-
be on the other side of Loose String? Kind of like I'm flanking Loose String?
Yeah, you can do
But
that without
not-
leaving melee distance. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay.
Also, you do still have a bonus action if you'd like to do anything with a bonus action.
Ooh. Can I poke it with my rapier?
Not as a bonus action as a bard, but you do still have your bardic inspiration and stuff.
Oh, that's right. I'm gonna inspire Juniper. Just because she's far away, I'm just gonna be like.
Perfect. Inspiration through the art of mime. Not seen that one.
That's brilliant.
Lewstring, it'll be your turn with your renewed vigor from your Cure Wound spell.
With renewed vigor, I would like to use advantage on my attack, my DM inspiration.
You can.
As I sort of raise myself back up to standing and charge in, guns a-blazing. These guns, I mean.
A 15 hits?
Yes! Okay. Come on. Nope. 8. Actually, that's not bad.
It's not bad at all. That's not bad at
8
all.
slashing. And I'd like to go in again, so I went like this, and I would like to just turn around the figure 8 and go the other end. And I don't have advantage on that one.
Unfortunately not. That one does not hit, I'm afraid.
Can I transfer my inspiration from the beginning of the game to her?
I'm going to rule against it. The inspiration is a personal thing to encourage roleplay, not a clutch mechanic.
Thank you, though.
It's a noble effort.
Well, I missed that one, so.
That one does miss, I'm afraid. The axe goes wide and clatters into the sand. The creature sees Harmony for the first time and slams Harmony.
No.
Does a 9 hit you, Harmony?
Nope.
Its second attack stays on Lewstring. For a 19, it just doesn't like you, Lewstring. You shouldn't have touched it. So, have you guys ever played what's the game? Outlast. I'm watching a Teens React where basically you always have to do dials, and as soon as you touch one of the dials, this creature will be like, "Who touched my dial?" Like that's what I'm seeing in this water elemental now. Please take another 7 damage. Remember the half. 7 damage.
Oh right. So that's better. Not enough better, but it's better. I am looking very rough.
Very rough. Cool.
Almost as bad as I was before that healing.
Oh, no, it shouldn't be that bad. I mean, you received 14, you've lost 7, so you should be 7 points better off.
I'm in a single digit, though. Single digits is not my sweet spot.
Next is...
This guy really has it in for me.
Next is Juniper.
I'm going to shoot at it again with my longbow with advantage using my bardic inspiration.
Oh,
sweet! Glad I said that.
You have critted 3 times.
First of all, roll 20 is...
I'm sorry, I got excited and rolled the damage for you. You can roll it yourself if you like.
No, I'll roll my d6s. How's that?
Oh, I got so excited. I'm sorry.
That's awesome.
I was really clapping. Oh my god, that's a riot. That's too... Scarlet's like, yes!
I am doing nothing. A barbarian is doing nothing. This thing.
So...
A magic user is kicking his tail.
Well, if it helps him arrange it.
It does help a little bit.
So this little halfling ranger is going to do her longbow again. And away we go. Oh, and Hunter's Mark too. So let's see. Jesus Christ, this is like really crazy.
Have you rolled less than a 19 since we started?
No, she's just so good.
Alright, that's a 5.
This is so beautiful.
Hysterical. And there's the... Oh, come on. Do the d6. There we go. 3. So 8.
Okay, this creature is starting to reduce in size a little bit. The amount of blood loss, it reduces in size by about a foot. Next
It's shrinking!
Next is Harmony's turn.
I'm gonna cure the string again. because I'm gonna do it at level 1 this time. Just to keep you standing.
Thank you so much.
And I'm gonna look you deep in the eyes and say, "Don't die." And that's inspiration. I'm sorry.
You're the best. The literal best.
Okay. So we will hold Loose String's turn for just a moment as the creature turns from all this damage coming from across the lake. It turns towards you, Juniper. I changed my overlay and suddenly I couldn't see your name. That's what that pause was. It makes a deep sound and blasts a boulder of blood towards you.
Lovely.
Can you please make me a DC 15 saving throw?
Which one do you want? Want Dex, Constitution,
DC 15 strength saving throw.
Strength. Okay.
Sorry, did I not say strength? That's the one word I meant to say.
I didn't hear it. That's why I was like, which one? Woohoo!
Cool. What happens if you succeed? Target is pushed away. Oh. Cool.
What happens?
You just get pushed away a little bit.
Okay.
Felt a lot like a waste of a turn. Next we'll go to Juniper. You get knocked back 10 feet, so you're now 50 feet away.
I know how to do this one. I'm gonna use my longbow again.
Hang on a second. What is your range on your longbow?
That is... Oh, that's a good question. Does it have it in there? Hold on.
Oh, 150, 600. I need to push you back a lot before you get disadvantage. Okay,
Yeah.
carry on.
Okay. So I'm going to shoot with my longbow, and I'm also going to use the inspiration that I had from the beginning for advantage. 24.
24 will hit, yes.
And then 12 and Hunter's Mark, we get 2, so 14 for the first.
14 for the first one. Lovely.
And then let's do another one. Jesus Christ.
These rolls.
Hey, roll 20s, liking me today. This is so rare.
I mean, take it, you know? Take
I
it.
know, I am. Oh, trust me, I am. Then we got 10, and hold on, and then we have 6. There you go.
The creature is beginning to look upset as it reduces even more. It reduces another couple of feet. It's now about half the size it was. It's almost nearly...
Is it halfling size?
No, it started off as a giant. It's now probably about 7 feet tall, so it's nearly humanoid sized. Well, I suppose it was humanoid, but regular humanoid sized almost.
Okay.
And any bonus actions?
No.
Then
That
we
is it.
pass the turn on to Harmony.
I am gonna try to poke it with my rapier.
That hits. That's a solid hit.
Woo. Oh, nope. That was not what I meant to do.
It's okay. To roll damage, go onto the where the rolls are and click on the word rapier.
I did.
So like not where the character sheet is, but where the rolls appear in the what is that called? Chat box, I suppose.
Oh, right.
And there you go.
There we go.
Yeah, you do another 4 points of damage, and you see this blood leak out onto the ground in front of it. More lines created.
Yeah, I don't think I have any bonus actions besides inspiration.
Don't think you have any inspiration. You might have some, perhaps some bonus action spells. Let's have a quick look. I don't know your character sheet without.
No,
loose.
I'm not too familiar with.
One action.
It's all action.
Yeah, it looks that way.
Yeah, I'm hard pressed trying to think of one that's a bonus.
Oh, you do have
but-
Hellish Rebuke though. That's a reaction. So when you get hit, you can
Yeah.
Hellish Rebuke.
I will remember that. I think that's all I can do.
Well, that's handy. As we come back round, when Sinchu comes back, we'll give her 2 turns in the thing. Oh, hang on. Welcome back. Just in time, Sinchu, if you'd like to take a turn. In fact, take 2 in a row. Muted.
2 attacks or 2 turns?
2 turns.
2 tens.
How? This is wonderful. Okay, so feeling that beautiful inspiration that comes from healing, not bardic inspiration, but just renewed vigor. I dive back in, doing a forward roll, and I come up as close to the water person's groonies as I can. 11?
An 11 won't hit, but you are bardically inspired at the minute, so you can add a d6 to it.
I would love to add a d6 to it.
Fortunately, with a 2, that's still not quite enough. 14 is the magic number by now. If any of you are doing the rapid maths trying to figure out its armor class, 14 is the magic number.
Yeah,
so
I should not have tried showboating.
you're well. I mean, it's noble. Maybe it's just a little bit extra protective of that area. So you
That's
can
fair.
make a bonus action attack.
I shall, now that I'm close up. And,
That will hit.
yeah, yay. 6.
That's solid, yeah. And then we'll go straight into your turn on the next round as Juniper shot it some more, and Harmony stabbed it fairly solidly.
Oh, bless you, ladies. I will whirl around and relish in the fact that I'm bleeding all over, and heck with it. And I still miss. I'm just whirling around like a Cuisinart.
Quick question. Wasn't Harmony flanking with Luce?
Yes.
Doesn't she roll with advantage then? For flanking?
I'm not sure. Carry on this turn. I'll figure it out, and I'll come back to you.
Not to be a brat. Just wondering.
Still just whirling like a Cuisinart. I'm on fire emotionally, but physically it's not my day.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that is your 2 turns. Fantastic. So then next it is me. The creature is going to it's going to use its recharge ability.
Uh-oh. That doesn't sound good.
What in?
So those of you in its space in melee range, which would be Harmony and Loose String, I would like you to make a DC 15 strength save.
Oh no.
15.
Cammy is fine. Or rather, Harmony is fine.
Whew.
Okay, so both of you are simply pushed back 10 feet.
Well, I hope it slows down my whirling.
You know, the whirling dirt.
I cannot roll to save me, you guys.
You guys aren't doing too bad, to be fair. This thing's starting to look bloodied. It's starting to look tired. It looks desperate as it starts
That's something.
using its abilities in different ways.
Does it look as tired as me? Come on.
It's looking pretty bad. It's looking pretty bad. Juniper, it will be your turn.
Okay, well, we're gonna keep shooting it with my longbow.
I gotta get one of those things.
Okay. That's a hit.
That is a hit. It's the first, nearly
Is it like
bad
first
roll.
like normal? With
Yeah.
11 for damage, but wait. Hunter's Mark. 1. Okay. And now second. Is that hit or is it miss?
Just hits.
I gotta get
7.
one of those things.
And then we get 4.
So like, I'm right in thinking, right, that you literally need to roll less than a 5 to not hit this thing. Craziness. Craziness. Fantastic. Well, those hit. More arrows pierce into it. Blood covers now both Harmony and Loose Strings. Both of you are just covered in blood. And there's lines all over the ground. Next is Harmony's turn.
I'm gonna.
You got this.
I'm gonna heal the string again.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, that's not a lot.
It's a lot to me. At the moment.
Well, you know, it's still healing. To us.
I'm gonna not do anything else. Maybe move into like a proper flanking position. So
Okay.
it has to turn around to kind of figure us out.
Yes, and I found I found some rules for it. It will give advantage on attack rolls, it seems. Flank that enemy, and each of them has advantage on the melee attack. Yeah. Okay. So each of you will get advantage on your attacks from now on as you are flanking. So loose string, it would be your turn then with advantage.
Whew. Everybody think good thoughts for my dice, please. My virtual dice. I'm gonna roll and then describe.
16. A 16 hits.
I am frustrated and hissing and spitting and snarling and because everything's going wrong, and I just yell just a streak of blue language and hit just barely, but at least I hit.
Okay, yeah, no, you do hit it, and it's looking very damaged now. In fact, it begins to slosh about and starts sagging into its own body weight.
Spurred on by this, I yell, "And your mother too!" and swing one more time. Oh, did that get advantage too?
It does get advantage too, yep. So,
Yay!
please
Yes.
please roll some damage.
Yeah, and your mama too. And I swing my axe, and I hope I slash across major body mass. Maybe an organ that they need.
As you do this, a large clot of blood splays across the sand towards the pool as the creature dissolves and starts flowing back into the water, leaving this long runic sentence on the sand.
Poop.
Congratulations, that you have defeated the Guardian of the Pool.
But now it's left its Kilroy was here.
Well, there's
Pretty much.
something written on the ground. You guys can investigate it
Can-
if you like.
Can we
I'll
read
start
it?
walking towards them.
You may.
Like Animal after a drum solo.
Love that image.
And I'm a little tired now, actually.
Oh yeah, coming out of a frenzy. 1 level of exhaustion, please.
Yeah. Real tired.
I love exhaustion. It's so underused.
I hate that thing.
Okay, so
That felt.
can we look at the markings on the sand?
Yes. Now, do any of you read Draconic naturally?
Yes.
Nope.
You do. Then, loose string, you will see that on the ground, the blood writes the words, before words were divine ambitions.
I immediately check the level of blood in those pillars.
It's exactly where you left it, which I believe was at
Which
the... You knocked it all the way down, right?
Uh-huh. So
So
it's still down.
Yeah, it's still down.
I start looking around and up and down, and I want to know where the old god is coming from. I don't explain it because I think everybody knows how to read. Baby, what do you need?
What are
Sorry.
you looking for?
What's coming next?
Oh, I love it.
She heard I was playing a tabaxi and she wanted to help.
Well, of course. That's like, standard.
Can we not show everybody your butt?
It's a cat. It's a cat thing.
She's like, meet my butt, meet my butt. Come on out and greet my butt.
She thinks it's a different kind of stream.
She does. So I'm looking for what's coming next. And I sort of gesture at the writing, like that explains.
You mean like another bad thing to attack?
Yeah, it says before things there was some god thought about it. It's not a great translation, but this is what I've got.
So before things there were gods?
No, there were gods thinking about things. They wanted something. Like when you want to get better at something or you want a job.
I think she's scratching her head like very confused.
Like when you want more. Gods wanted more, and then things happened. That's what it says.
I have no idea what you're saying, but okay. Smile and nod.
Eventually, I will come up with a better translation. Ambulatory. No. Ambiguity. Ambition. That's the one. There was God's ambition, like divine ambition.
Is that saying we just became gods?
I don't feel very godlike at the moment. I feel tired.
How do you feel? Just tired? Or...
I feel good, but yeah, tired. Listen, it's a lot of work getting nothing done.
Well, we got something done. That's gone.
Took me a minute. I'm not at my best, okay? I just been through a breakup.
That's never fun to go through. I'm gonna pat her on the shoulder after she said that, and I'll do cure wounds on loose strings.
I'm gonna lean my ears into it.
Okay. All right, kitty. So hold on. Flipping over, cure wounds.
And thank you so much for the cure.
Did it go through? No. Wiki. There we go. Okay.
Yay.
I mean, loose strings, I imagine you still look pretty bad. Exhausted, bloodied.
I look real tired, and the blood on me is no longer flowing, which is awesome, but I'm like maybe 2/3 strength-ish.
You want to take a little rest?
I would love to take a little rest.
Let's
Just
take
a little bit of a
I'll look over to Harmony. It's like,
right
I wish
there where
I
I
could
am.
sleep like that. That's talent. That takes me forever to fall asleep.
Yeah,
I
no,
also think too much. I think way too much. I think far too much. I think about things that probably don't need thinking of.
you're probably right. You probably don't need to think about it.
How long would you all like to be resting? Because, if any of you are... Well, I mean, Harmony, you know a lot of healing magic, so would it be safe to assume you know a bit about people as well?
I am not sure.
It's up to you, flavor it.
I don't think so. No, she's probably only good at fans. The way I play her.
Okay.
Because, like,
I love this.
when people recognize her, she's like, oh, yeah, come here. Let's hug. Want my autograph? But
You're a hype bard.
I love it.
But, yeah. Maybe she's only good at figuring people out if they want something from her or them.
Okay, that's totally fine. In that case, yeah, how long do you decide to let a loose string rest?
Let's take a short rest.
Mm-hmm.
Or I don't know. Maybe we should.
Do you have I think bards have that thing with the
Song of Rest?
Yeah, Song of
Yeah.
Rest. That does
I
help.
was thinking that would be good.
It's handy.
Yeah. So short rest. Roll some hit dice, maybe.
Yeah, sure. So, on your character sheet, below your health, it tells you how many total hit dice you can use in one short rest. So for loose string, for example, it's a maximum of 4. But also they would get your Song of
They
Rest
will
bonus, right?
get 1d6 as an extra.
In addition to the
Yep.
the
Yep.
wow,
Yeah, in
Yeah.
addition.
7.
So Harmony is just gonna sit down, pull out the lute, and be like, ring, just start singing.
Aw, bless her heart. You can come up too. Come on.
How many do you have? I'm excited.
Two daughters, orange and black. Come here, sweetie.
I got 2 and 2.
Aw,
I'm
2
surprised
orange
there
and 2
aren't
black.
2 boys, 2 girls.
Muzzle
Those are
tough.
my cats.
Muzzle tough. Come on.
Oh my god, the meow.
There's enough room for everybody up here.
So while they're resting, can I sort of like look around a little bit more and see if there's anything further I can pick up from where we are located and around the pool?
Sure.
Okay. Do you want like perception, investigation?
You roll whatever you want. I will tailor my information to suit what you roll.
Cool.
Oof.
Oh, we're definitely.
Oof.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So, as you are looking around, you can see there's not a lot to these pillars and the dial. It seems to be some sort of ancient device, some sort of mechanical sluice gate thing. How it's putting the water up, not really sure, but it's bound to make sense one way or another. But what you do catch through the... I don't know how you catch it, but somehow through the blood-red pool, you notice at the bottom that there seems to be some sort of architecture down there.
Architecture.
I might be completely off the mark, but when you did the little levery Medusa thingamajig, the pool like changed levels, right? Because the things were going up and down. Oh, she's still sleeping. Harmony, right? Are you sleeping? Are you awake? Oh, if I'm alone.
I'm awake.
So she did the lever thing. The things went up and down, right?
Yeah.
Well, the pool went up and down too. So I think if we drain the pool, that might be the way to get in to something. I don't know what, but there's something down there.
Is it a good idea to go down a place that's filled with blood? It seems kind of mean and
Well, the
awful.
blood's gonna get drained away, and I mean, it's it's something new and different. It could be fun.
Sure.
I just one little problem. I'm either gonna need a boost to pull the lever, or one of you has to do it.
I'm not very strong.
It's been like about an hour. Maybe Kapoko awake.
Yeah.
I mean, she's obviously got the knack for it. So, Lucy, and I'll like tickle under the chin type of thing. You have to wake up. Hello.
Morning.
Hi.
Imagine after an
Hi.
hour, your fur's kind of dried off, maybe in that matted, sandy sort of way of...
Yeah, I'm not feeling great, but you know.
You can roll some hit dice, though. To roll hit dice, you should see the hit dice box just below your health. Just click on the words hit dice, and you can roll up to 4 times to regain some health.
Oh, that's how that
Yep.
works.
Yep.
1.
Ooh.
Hey!
And don't forget your D6 from the Bardic.
You know,
Yes.
why am I rolling 4 times when I... Oh, no. So 12, that's 14. You know what? I'm gonna go with that because I can't roll those again until after a long rest.
Yeah, so then just do the D6 roll so you can add that.
Yeah, you
From
can have
the,
the D6
Song
from the
of
Song of
Rest.
Rest. Yeah.
That's
Totally.
a given. That's not one you can... There you go.
Ooh,
There we go.
I am almost exactly in perfect health. This is awesome.
However,
You look lovely.
having only taken an hour's rest, you are still exhausted.
I am still exhausted,
You are.
but at least I feel like I'm a healthy person fully exhausted. So I do a little stretching and I scratch some of the dried blood off me. Most of it. What did you just what were you asking?
I think I figured out something. But we need your help. The dialumaduta thing, if you make that go so the blood drains out of the pool, I think we can get in through the there's an entrance at the bottom.
Into entrance. What?
I don't know. It could be fun. It could be something cool in there. I mean, we just fought something big, bag, and bloody.
Now
roll
that
for
the
that?
elemental is cleared, I'm not going to make you roll athletics checks.
Okay.
What I will tell you for player knowledge, but your characters will never know, is that if you went to the 3rd notch, you would have drained the pool, and the pillars would have been full. You went to the 4th notch, the elemental would have been automatically killed. Hence why the DC 10
Rip
athletics
off.
check is in there.
Rip off.
But yeah, you guys can drain the pool and get down to the door. This is a large. It almost looks. We would recognize it as ancient Greek or Egyptian style architecture, as there's this big door with 2 pillars next to it, and you can see this large.
Like that big thing in Indiana Jones and the goblet of fire. That's not right.
No, it's
But
Temple of
you
Doom.
know the one I mean. Temple of Doom.
Yeah. Very similar.
Thank you.
Very, very similar.
Hey, I'm all about cross-referencing. Why not?
Indiana Jones and the Goblet of Fire. I mean, yeah, we're here
That's
for
the way that's
Actually-
the way I heard it. That's the movie I saw.
That sounds good.
Right? You're a bard. Write that movie.
it.
Play. You mean play?
Whatever.
Production. Let's cover all the bases.
Thank you, baby. Bye-bye. Yeah, so is it like that?
Yes, big, sort of, spooky looking.
So that definitely looks like a place where my people would hang out and look for mates.
You have a very odd courtship system.
Well, we don't hang out a whole lot, but when we do, it's usually because, we've got that mothering urge.
I can respect that.
Yeah. My kits are all grown now. Kind of, you know what I mean. Maybe your people don't do that.
No, it's actually, I'm sort of an oddball for even wanting to leave home, but I get it.
I mean, I wouldn't leave home if I didn't have to.
Yeah, it's boring there. There wasn't much to do.
If mates just came wandering by, I'd be fine. They don't. But yeah, shall we? Who
Yes.
wants to go first? Because I have learned something about going first with these two. Don't.
I guess my idea, I'll go first.
I'll cover you.
It's not that hard, really. You can just stick your weapons over my head. It works out quite nicely that way.
Actually, you know what? You're better at covering. You're really good at covering. We'll
I
go
like
first.
that. Oh,
We'll go first.
I'm perfectly flexible, whichever you want to do.
Shall we go in, Kemi?
Sure, you first.
Again, this is okay.
Said the bard.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll go first.
I'm squishy.
Cover me.
I'll cover you.
I go on in, but this time with a bit more caution.
Look for traps.
Or
that's not-
treasure.
Yeah, that's not really my
Ooh,
thing. Treasure, though.
Treasure.
Treasure would be good to have. Traps are not really my thing. Nevertheless, I will try and maybe pretend to keep an eye out, but I don't really know what I'm looking for.
Okay, so why don't you make me an investigation check? Or
All of
perception,
us?
it's up to you.
Okay. All of us, or just her?
The rest of you can have a watchful eye. Would you be actively looking, or would you trust Loose-String to it and maybe rely instead on your passives?
Don't.
I'd probably be actively looking
Yeah.
for Juniper. She'd just be like wide-eyed, taking it all in. So
So perception. Oh no.
Weirdly, that happened.
Yeah, well, since as you wander in, you can see this large room. It's like a cramped triangular chamber, rather that leads into a large room. Maybe it's supported by two dark stone columns at its center, and the sound is strangely muted here. Voices only seem to carry a few feet and disappear into the darkness.
Is that in addition to my deafened state?
Yes, so
I can't hear a thing in here.
perhaps not you don't notice this, perhaps someone else notices the sound dampening. The air is very stale. The vault has probably been closed a long time. What you see on your 16 investigation is above, high in the pillars, there is a creature, a humanoid creature lurking. Try a different track. Apparently there's a problem on SoundCloud's end today, so a lot of the music's cutting out for me for some reason.
seeing Luce pointing up, Juniper's gonna look up as well. And then I'll nudge Harmony.
Just sort of give a little wave.
Like,
Guy nod. Sup.
They draw deeper into the shadows.
I don't know if I have any ability to smell more than a human would, do I?
I think.
I'm checking my...
There's something Tabaxis can do that's a little bit amplified. I'm just trying to remember what it was.
Apparently it's a feat because I don't have it.
Okay.
Phooey. Yeah, I don't have that.
Okay, so what would you like to
But
do?
I think I do, so trying to find out what it is. Did I recognize the shape? Did it look familiar? Did it move in a familiar way?
It's not moving in a familiar way. It's definitely lurking and shifting.
Can I get an idea of its size by the scale of anything around it?
You know, on a 16, I'll give that to you. It's about 5 feet in height, but it looks hunched.
Okay.
Can I light my torch at this point?
You can, yes.
All right. Are there any little places to put a torch once it's lit, like a little sconce, or other torches to light?
No form of lighting in here. You can see marks on the wall where it looks like maybe coals have burned in the past. The black staining on the wall, but there's no braziers here at the moment.
Okay.
Can I use thaumaturgy to make the torch brighter?
You can.
It says I can brighten a flame.
You totally can, yeah. The torch illuminates nearly this whole cramped chamber.
So can we see the creature better now? Or did it just go entirely somewhere else?
You can see where the creature was very clearly. In fact, this will remove the shadows in the room. But unfortunately, this does not reveal the creature.
Mommy's on stream. Can we not?
Relatable. And is the sound, so the shadows are gone, but is the sound still dampened?
Yes, sound is still dampened.
Okay, so those aren't related to each other.
And there is a doorway or an arch or like an exit to somewhere else.
There is another door, a portal to another room, a much larger room.
I feel like whoever or whatever that was is in there, and maybe it's got friends. So, lock and load.
Sounds good to me.
I once again ready my axe. Because apparently I think I'm Gimli, and this axe is going to do me some good here where it didn't outside.
Just seeing if I can come up with a quick save. Quick remedy for the failing music by trying it in a different browser. Fingers crossed.
I'm just gonna go ahead and go in.
I'll follow I'll follow behind with like the torch.
I'm gonna walk behind, kind of looking at the room we came from, just to make sure we're not ambushed.
So it's Charlie's Angels.
As you look,
We can't both be gun girl.
as you look back, could you please make me a perception check?
I can try. Let's see. Better.
A 15. On a 15, you will notice a shimmer nearby. Very nearby. Maybe 5 feet from you.
Oh, I'm gonna tap behind me, try to find Juniper, and be like, "Hey, hey!"
You'll probably feel her hair first more than anything. It's like this is full of curly hair.
Yeah.
There's a shimmery bit, right there.
Turn and look. Hold the torch to it.
You will have you grant the creature disadvantage as it tries to attack you from stealth. Well, not just stealth, from invisibility. There is indeed an invisible stalker in this room. It tries to make a sneak attack on you, Harmony.
Ugh.
Does a 12 hit you?
No.
In that case, let's roll some initiative.
Okie dokie.
No.
And there we go. Oh jeez.
Well, Harmony, it is fitting that you go first, with the being as close as you are and with the highest dexterity.
I'm gonna be like, and try to poke it with the rapier.
You may indeed poke it with the rapier.
Hi, baby.
Okay, come on. Do the thing. There we go. I'm thinking 11 doesn't hit.
An 11 will not hit, I'm afraid.
No.
It just slinks away from your blade. So, next in the turn order is Loose String, as all of you have the jump on this creature.
Since I was probably the last to know about it, I whirl around, poofing just a bit, especially around the tail. mad at it, but obviously by instinct pretending I can see it perfectly well.
When it attacks, it does drop invisibility.
Ah, okay. Then I can see it perfectly well. I'm still mad, and I rush at it and attempt to cleave it in twain with my axe.
A 17 will hit.
Yay! For 4 damage. Why am I only getting 4 damage?
Only 4 damage. That's pretty special.
That's dead embarrassing is what that is. I need to sharpen this thing.
You crit failed on your damage roll there. That's what happened. That is the least damage you could have possibly done. So thank you for that. You haven't... now, you're currently not in rage or anything like that, so do you have any bonus actions?
Yes, and I would like to rage.
Regular rage or frenzied rage?
Frenzied rage. You know what? I'm mad as heck. I'm mad as heck today.
Let's see how high we can get that exhaustion. Fantastic. So you enter a frenzied rage. And Juniper,
and
it will be...
next turn that has an effect?
Yeah, well, from now you get your damage buff. But until next turn, you can start doing things then. Oh, I forgot rage damage in the last fight as well. We add rage damage as well, which would be 2 levels of rage damage. We'll start adding that from now on. Juniper. Yes. Yeah, so every time you attack something, you do an additional 2 damage when you're raging.
Okay.
Okay, so I would have had my my short sword in one hand, torch in the other. So can I attack with this short sword, torch? And since I have the extra attack, short sword again. I'm trying to think how that would work.
Yes.
Okay, so we'll start with the short sword.
That will hit.
Cool. So 10.
Juniper OP, please nerf.
How do you want to do the torch?
Use it as an improvised weapon, but it'll do flaming damage instead of bludgeoning or anything like that.
Alright, so that's what, a d4?
Yeah. Attack using your strength and
Nikki!
and d4 plus strength as your attack.
Alright, so strength roll.
Ooh.
Probably doesn't hit.
That does not hit, I'm afraid.
Alright, so then my extra attack will be the short sword again.
That does hit.
That does hit. And that is another 10. What the heck? Okay.
My god.
This is so not me in Roll20. I don't get what's happening today.
So that is all of you. The Stalker is going to attack back. And since Juniper just hit it like a train, it's going to panic attack Juniper, slamming into you twice. Does a 25 and an 11 hit you? Muted?
25, yes, that'll hit. And the 11 won't.
Please take 6 bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Next, we go back to the top of the order. Harmony, it's your turn again.
I'm gonna try to poke it again, I guess.
Poke it.
Poke it indeed. That will hit. That will indeed hit.
Alright. 4.
4 damage. Okay, there it is. It's still no, but it shies away from your attack. This thing is gaunt. You can see as it's coming to life. It's got like grey skin. Think sort of like almost slimy, like Gollum-esque style skin, bloodshot all over, and it looks very gaunt. You can see its ribs and everything. There'll be like some tattered piece of lichen for decency's sake. But other than that, it's just attacking you with this old-looking weapon. It looks like maybe a piece of flint or an old blackened bone that's been roughly hewn into a sharp, serrated dagger. Is there anything you'd like to do as a bonus action?
No, I'm gonna save my last inspiration, just in case.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay, fantastic. Loose string.
Loose String is extremely frustrated and will just dive in with a reckless attack. And let's see, what does that do for me? It gives me advantage on melee rolls using strength. So
Okay. Yeah.
my great axe
You hit.
does 19 hit. Yes! And 9 damage. That's a little better.
Yep, that will certainly hit.
Plus the 2 from my rage.
+2 from rage. Yes. Yeah, well remembered. You are in a frenzy. You can make an attack action as a bonus action.
I jolly well will. That didn't help anybody.
Wow. Okay. Well, double that one. Unfortunately, the second attack just goes very wide. But Juniper, it'll be your turn.
Okay, so first I'll hit with short sword.
Are you kidding me?
Juniper OP. I say it again. Please nerf anyone.
MVP. That's how it is.
I have never, ever, ever. I can't. All right, so that's 12. All right, then let's do the torch. Which... All right, so I'm guessing the torch will hit this time.
Yep, 1d4 plus your strength modifier.
So that's going to be 1 plus, what is my strength? That's a good question. So 3.
1 plus 3, okay, yeah.
Back to the short sword. Okay. 5.
This thing looks bad. It looks real bad. Yeah, so it's going to lash out at Juniper once more. As Juniper is utterly destroying it, for a 7 and an 18.
18, yes.
Please take 7 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. Done.
This thing looks real bad. We'll go back to the top of the round. Harmony, it's your turn.
I will try to poke it again. Shit.
10 unfortunately won't work. It's not quite gonna hit. Anything else you'd like to do?
I don't know. Get annoyed. I'm like anti-Juniper, mega Juniper.
You're gonna go to a bard rage. Doesn't do anything, but there's a lot of visual effects.
Ribbon dancing.
Ribbon dancing.
Jazz hands. Spirit fingers.
Angry.
Loose string. It'll be your turn next, as soon as you're
I did this
able.
to myself. I did this to myself. Okay. Okay. Yeah, you know what? How rough is it looking?
Pretty rough.
Pretty rough, like she's gonna finish him off next round?
Gets out of the dice.
Do you know what? I would love to confidently say that Juniper wouldn't, but the way she's been rolling, it's possible.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hold my action for and wait for it to be triggered, and the action and I will ask, do you want to live or should I let her keep going? And I will step into its space and try to intimidate.
Make me an intimidation roll.
Please let this work. No! Come on!
So- it's
But
sort
she's the intimidating factor. Come on!
Wait,
This
hang a
little
minute.
bundle of blonde hair.
I'm going to do a little DM ruling here.
These
You
dice
are trying
weird.
to intimidate it not by cunning or clever, but with your might. So in fact, we will change that to use your strength modifier, which would give you advantage.
Ooh.
Will that help?
So a 14, it sort of shrinks back, but doesn't... almost seems to understand, but instead of responding, it's sort of...
You would think I would understand that because it sounds just like my daughter's asking for food. But
It's actually Oren, if anyone understands Oren.
it's not on my sheet.
So it sounds more bird-like, it's just my impression's not great.
Oh, okay. Okay, well. So I guess it said no, so now I should just attack again. That's a shame.
It does slink back.
Well, far enough apparently. Good God, what is it with the natural ones? Can we please trade dice? Just one round. One round.
No, I think Roll20 has something against barbarians because this is how I used to roll for Alara.
You know what? Come to think of it, my barbarian character also has bad luck in my other group. Yeah.
Oh God.
Bad luck, barbars.
Mhm.
So, it's up to you guys. This thing is going to go to Juniper's turn next.
I don't like the way it sounds. It doesn't sound good. I'm going to hit it with my short sword.
No mercy from Juniper.
No.
Okay.
Savage.
It's gonna take 5. Okay, that's something. So then we'll do the torch. So that's no.
That's a nat 1. The first nat 1 Juniper has rolled all day.
Yep. So go back to my short sword, which is, but Jesus Christ, you have 2 crits.
However,
So those-
you don't have advantage, so
I
unfortunately
know,
those
that's
crits
the
are
funny
wasted.
thing.
So the creature manages to dodge and evade your attacks. And it's going to try and flee away from you as we enter its turn. All of you can have an opportunity attack.
Ooh. Okay.
Let's do it.
Short sword.
Frickin' finally.
Ah.
Harmony perhaps maybe feeling a little sympathy for the creature as Loose String and Juniper wail on it. You both hit.
Ooh.
That's more like it.
Dang. There we go.
Perhaps Juniper nicks its thigh, making it stumble over, and Loose String, it sort of almost lands prone at your feet. You may attack and finish it.
I would like to behead it.
Its head rolls across the floor. Blood eking onto the ground.
Does it spell anything? Because I need to know.
It just pools.
Good. I kick the remaining body because I'm just that mad, but I'm also much tireder now. Because spinning your wheels takes a lot of energy.
Well done.
And as Loose String leaves the rage, there comes that hit of the second level of exhaustion.
Do you want me to go ahead? Maybe?
This is just not my day.
Their speed is halved.
Oh, goody.
You look like roadkill.
I feel like roadkill. This is bull.
Maybe we should
Bull.
take a long rest.
If somebody else keeps watch.
I can keep watch for a little bit. Yeah?
How much health has Juniper lost? Is Juniper like bright and
Juniper's-
dandy or?
She's, feeling it a little bit at this point. A short rest would probably be nice. Long rest would be great, but it's not dire emergency level.
Okay.
I kind of just fall over where I am. If somebody pushes me, I'll fall over out of the middle of the room, but yeah, napping is going to happen.
Out of character, I'm fine with whatever you two want to do. If you want to do a long rest, that's perfectly fine by me, or if you want to do short, whichever.
I have some choices, but not that many with the 2 levels of exhaustion.
That's what I'm thinking.
Although, you know what? I'd also be okay if you wanted to do a short rest.
Your call.
It's a
Completely.
one
Yeah,
shot.
it's
It's a one shot. I'm fine with whatever happens.
your call. It's your head.
Let's
Fine.
take a short rest for you guys, and then
I'm good.
I'll be all grumbly when we wake up, and it'll be fun. Or none.
Okay, so you want to nap in this small triangular room where sound is dampened.
Yeah, it's nice and quiet in here.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Just
Maybe
the
I
way
can't
you
get.
said
I'm
that.
suddenly just not feeling very easy in here.
You know, there's a whole playbook of things you can say as a DM to make people uncomfortable.
Yeah, there is. We
Yeah.
could maybe rest in the sunny stair area.
Or you know what? Let's just keep going. What the heck? Do you guys need to rest?
No, I'm good. But if you want to rest, I'm good too.
You know what? I'll be fine. Let's go. And I'll walk with confidence, but not very quickly, right on into the next room.
Okay, Desert Winds is going to be the sound that we have in the background, as that's the only sound that seems to work at the minute.
Okay.
So, with eagle sounds, which you can't hear. You will walk into the next room. A heavy door swings wide into not a large room, as the door may suggest, but instead more of an alcove. Ringing the alcove at shoulder height are 3 locked compartments. A dim light emanates from the deepest point of the alcove. A musical chord plays faintly and grows in volume as you approach the light. Which I promise I did have prepared. I wonder if it'll work. Let's see. There we go.
How far away from the door are the 3 thingies?
The room is much smaller than you expected. It looks like a massive door, but it's only actually about 10 feet circumference, semicircle, so 5 feet deep, 10 feet across. And the boxes are placed equidistant.
Are there any just feel the walls on the insides of the door for light switches is probably too much to ask for, but anything just that would
I have
indicate.
my torch. Still have the torch.
I'm looking for buttons to push or levers. I'm real good with levers. That's what
Yes.
I'm good at. And I'm going to stick with that. Like buttons, levers, dials.
You're good with your hands.
Yeah, not so much with weapons today, but my hands are working.
Okay, so we're just searching around for extra things. Okay, give me a
I want something that'll make this room bigger because this room's ridiculous with this door.
make me an investigation check.
Okay. Nope.
You know, on a 10, it seems the room was always designed to be this way. There's nothing really else to discover. The walls are polished stone. Surprisingly neat.
Wait a minute. No dust or rubble or rocks or
No, just this
cobwebs?
this dim light, almost swirling faintly.
No cobwebs?
Nope.
Left a piece of string or a shoe? And nothing.
You
This
can always
is
try
weird.
poking it with your stick. So you
Yeah.
don't have to touch.
You know what? I'm going to get my javelin and see if I can touch something until something happens. Touch a box, the ceiling, the floor. Are there drains? Are there grooves anywhere? This is weird. It's too clean in here, as I will say out loud. I'm not digging this. This is not. There should be like smudge marks or something. Nobody lives like this, and this
Does
room
my-
is too small.
Does my DM's nose detect an experienced player looking for a gelatinous cube?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm not looking for a gelatinous cube. I'm looking for signs of age, of dust. And this room, looks like it's been cleaned recently. And that's making me itch. I am not loving this at all.
Hey, very good. Please take your inspiration back.
Thank you, because I appreciate it. But I'm still itchy about the room. Even without that as a motivation, I forgot about that, but this room is not right.
I know that's exactly where you're going with it. I'm like, okay, yep.
Fantastic.
No, this room's not okay, and personally, if I entered a room like this in real life, I'd also be upset.
There is no sign of any sort of interaction with the room recently.
And there's 3 boxes in the wall.
Yeah.
Shoulder height, you said?
About shoulder height, yeah. Human, about 4 feet up, probably, so head height.
Okay.
I want to poke a box.
The box has a lock on it. It sort of, you can feel the lid rattle against the lock as you poke it, but it feels solid.
Does it move the box when I poke at it, or does it seem heavier than a gentle poke would?
It's built into the wall.
Oh, it's okay. It's built in. A box built into a wall.
Does it seem trapped?
Why don't you make me an investigation check?
Oh no.
I would like to help her.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, so Harmony, as you investigate these locks, you can tell that they are not trapped, and that if you had a small piece of metal or something, you could probably force them open fairly easily. There's no bits of chain around the box, no tripwires around the rim, or little switches or cantilevers or anything like that. It looks safe.
Does anyone have like a piece of wire or something like that?
I don't even know what's in an explorer's pack.
I have the cartographer's tools. Maybe there's like a little compassy thing in there.
Yeah, there'll be a compassy thing in there. Might get damaged though.
I don't care. I just picked it up because it was cool looking.
I do not have a piece of wire.
Okay, so Juniper hands you a set of compasses, which looks like they might do the trick. You just need to hit them in just the right place with a strength check.
And you want me to do this?
I'm willing.
Good.
Loose string may be willing, but they look very tired. Their ability check is likely to be at disadvantage.
Okay. And I just have to do...
If you boost me up, I could probably do it.
Yeah, because...
How does this look? Tell us, Cammy. How does it look when Harmony fails at this challenge?
I'm pretty sure she stabs her hand. Probably.
Oh.
Gets too excited, puts the hand up, and then...
Drink.
Could have slips.
Done that.
I won't make you take any damage, but you do feel it definitely, as it doesn't go too well.
Ow. Get someone else, please.
I'll give it a try. I just need someone to Thank you.
All right, so you said strength?
Strength indeed.
All right.
Or athletics if you've got athletics.
We'll stick with strength.
Okay, so on your strength check, you can pop the lock open, as Juniper OP Please Nerf pops the lid easily. The lid opens. You can see in there spell components.
Ooh, this is gonna be fun.
What is it? What is it?
Spell stuff.
And I'll like
There's
grabby,
like
grabby.
various sands and powders. There's bits of different precious metals. All sorts of interesting things. Mostly things that look ancient in nature, though. Nothing that looks like a modern day spell component. There's no like copper wire. You can just see like copper flakes, for example.
I'll still scoop them out and kind of like collect them to put down. And we have the other 2 boxes, right?
There's 2 more boxes, yes.
They're also locked?
They're also locked.
All right, do it again.
I
Ready?
keep her in my arms and just walk over to the next box.
And I'll be like kicking my feet happily.
Hey, hey, hey.
Okay.
This lid pops as well.
Woo.
Okay. Same contents or?
More spell components. Bits of charcoal in this one. Some parchment. And other things that look like they could be used for writing or crafting.
Crafting, you say? All right. I'll take that out then and kind of kerplunk it down in front of that box so we're kind of keeping them out but separate. One more. And...
Yeah, of course. All told, you have 500 gold pieces worth of spell components in this room. There is a lot of precious metals, gold, silvers, diamonds. The last box contains precious gems, diamonds, rubies, emeralds, all crushed into powders. Sapphires, you name it.
Oh, that's
Nice.
handy.
That's very handy.
And as you place them, you're placing them all down, did you say?
yeah, kind of like in little separate piles in front of the boxes.
As you place them all closer to the light gets brighter.
Hello, Cheeky.
Mhm.
You can still hear this tone coming from this light, this thrumming
Does it
sound.
change based on pile?
No, just gets brighter with each one.
But what a great question, though.
Fantastic question.
Does it glow brighter with one particular pile?
Again, no. It looks like every time you place something down, it gets brighter, as though you're getting close to the solution or something like that.
You know I have a love for pyromaniac PCs, right?
Oh, this looks like a puzzle. Let's put them in specific orders and see what
As
happens.
you all stand, does anyone have a passive perception of 12 or higher?
Yes.
16.
You'll notice there is something on the back of the doors. If you close the doors, you can close it to see another inscription. If you close them.
Okay.
Let's close half of the door at a time, because we don't want to get stuck in here.
You can put your javelin in between the doors so they can't shut
Oh,
all
there's
the
the
way.
reason.
Yeah,
wedge
you know
them.
what? It's been useless today.
What
Let's do
languages? What languages do we all understand?
That's a
Draconic.
very good question.
Infernal?
Common and halfling
Mm.
and Sylvan.
This is in Draconic, much like
Got
the
it.
thing outside. It reads, "The first spell cast has not yet finished its work."
Ladies, we're
First up,
hacked. We are hacked.
Chat just reminded me about the potion.
You do have the potion, yes.
Should I drink it?
you only live once.
Sure. I'm gonna drink the potion.
Please roll me a D100.
Oh, sure.
We're hacked.
We're heckin' hecked.
Darn us to heck.
A 16.
I'm nervous.
As you drink this potion, it tastes what can best be described as no, or at least it feels greasy as you drink it, like almost slightly congealing, and you'll find in it a leafy item, which is a 4-leafed clover. As you drink it, it tastes like roast duck.
A halfling made this. Sorry, I don't know that. I don't know what it tastes like.
You receive some extra healing. Please roll me a d20.
Ooh.
You receive 4 health.
Great. So that's temporary hit points?
Yeah, if you don't... Yeah, temporary hit points, that's fine.
Okay.
And also, you have this foreboding sense that there's going to be a big change come to your character in the future.
Okay. I'm gonna write that down.
So, first, the phrase was the spell.
The first spell cast has not yet finished its work.
Wasn't there something with like parchment and stuff that wasn't written upon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what would my brother say about this? What do all these things lead up to?
Magic?
See, yeah, sure, but like powdered jewels, depending on what kind it is.
Okay. And
Could
then,
be something invisible.
is there anything on the parchment?
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. I'm gonna look at the parchment.
On an 11, you can't make anything special out about it.
Yeah, I have a 0 in investigations.
Yeah, and unfortunately the parchment is just parchment paper to you. But if anyone else would like to check it, you may also.
Yes, please. Can we help each other and maybe grant advantage that way?
I will hold up the torch so she can read it better.
Oh, thank you. Is that perception or investigation?
Investigation, please.
Poop.
Oh no.
No.
So yeah, this is definitely just parchment paper. With that -1 over there as well, it looks a lot like for a moment the flame's going to catch it, and then it just doesn't.
Maybe,
sorry.
maybe not. Oops.
And what was, so we have the jewels, we have the parchment stuff. What was the second spell one? Or not the second box?
The second was the parchment and the charcoal.
Okay.
The first one was some precious metals and sand. And the third one was powdered jewels.
Okay, precious metals and sand, when you heat it up, that becomes glass. That's just a random factoid that was in my
On the
head.
tip of my tongue. It's right on the tip of my tongue. See, all of these things can be used in scribal work.
Mm-hmm.
And I've used them as such at my scribal desk. but
I'm leaning towards the parchment.
secret writing. These can be used to make encoded or invisible to some people or illegible to some people writing.
Okay.
But they can also,
So
charcoal can be used to make ink. It's one of the, lamp black or pencils. You can enchant a spell book with these things, I think. Well, for sure, a proper magic user would get super excited about this.
I only know a little bit.
Sorry for that cough.
Okay.
It's the sand and the precious metals and just my meta factor of like, well, that could be turned into something, so that's like not quite done yet. Same thing could be argued for the parchment though, because it hasn't been written upon, at least as far as we know.
It feels like there's probably something invisible on that parchment. Maybe these components can reveal it. But 3 boxes, and what was in the center of this room?
A
Just
light.
nothing?
A light in the deepest part of the room, as the room is sort of
Bless you.
conically shaped. The room's sort of conically shaped, and in the center there is a little light, and it's glowing and making this continuous hum.
I'm going to pick up one of the box contents and carry it to the light. I'm gonna go to the light.
Would you like to make me an Arcana check before you do?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. Even though I'm still dense.
Not that dense. You get the feeling that this is somehow related, not only to this thing is really important as you start carrying all the items towards it.
Okay.
It grows brighter and brighter
Okay.
until the room is very bright. Well illuminated.
Seeing that,
Which
I want
box? Which box did you just bring to it, or which contents?
to. Probably the sand and the precious metals one.
Harmony,
Now that we
if you
can
would like to also check the parchment for writings, you may. It'd be an investigation check.
And the light's on now, so that's cool.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not good.
It's not great. It's not great. On an 11, that is the highest roll we've had, isn't it? Yeah, because you rolled a 10. On an 11,
Maybe flip the parchment over.
on
I
an
don't know.
11, you can just about make out faint traces of what looks like it could have been writing at some point, but nothing more.
Oh,
So I'm just gonna be like, there used to be writing on this, not anymore.
GM.
Maybe-
GM, can you remind me what the first thing in Draconic said? Up above ground.
It was before words there were divine ambitions.
And then on the back of the door, we saw.
The first spell cast has not yet finished its work.
And the first box, there was a piece of parchment and copper.
Yeah, pieces of. There was a first box that contained sands, precious metals, and stones. The next box contained parchment, charcoal, chalks, all sorts of other items that could be used for reading and writing. And the last one contained gems, crushed diamonds, rubies, sapphires, all sorts. 500 gold pieces worth of spell components altogether.
Words. I'm going to just repeat those things aloud in Draconic instead of translating them into Common for. And just mull them over. The 4 words. Ambition.
Let's see. Problem solving skills. Let's look at your character sheets for a second.
So, is Draconic written from right to left or left to right? Or up and down?
Yes.
That's up to your interpretation.
I have no idea.
Okay, here's my logic.
Yeah.
The thing in the middle box is writing equipment. For example, for writing words. Yes?
Yes.
So I want to know what came before the words, left or right.
Ah.
Well, what did the other doors say? We read the one.
Yeah. The other door said, and I'll repeat it in Draconic. The spell. What was it? The spell which has
The first spell
the first
cast
spell cast
has not yet finished its work.
has not yet finished its work. The first spell cast when? Ever? Or the first spell cast in this room?
Let's see if we can throw you a bone. Why don't one of you even make intelligence or religion checks?
Okay.
See if we can help you out.
I should not be the one doing that.
Anyone can do it. Anyone can do it. Everyone can do it.
Okay. All right.
Not me.
Harmony on a 19 religion.
Let's pretend I got a translation that's a little closer to the original.
On a 19 religion, you will remember that really, really ancient texts. When did you encounter these texts?
Probably at a library.
Okay. You remember that sometimes when they had really, really ancient texts, they would either use lemon juice to bring out the writing, or sometimes they would lightly scrape the paper with charcoal to try and make the letters stand out.
Good idea. I'm so smart. So I'm gonna go to the pile with the charcoal and take the piece of paper and kind of do the thing where you kind of rub it gently.
Yeah. This does reveal more draconic runes.
Yes. What's it say?
I'm just gonna hold it up like.
It says, "Long have we studied this artifact. Still we are unsure of what it is for, but we think we understand what it does. It seems to be related to time and space, and using these artifacts in a certain manner will either complete or end the ritual. I'm not sure which."
This I can translate because it's not fancy. It's very practical. Come here, precious.
And it finishes with, "I have sealed away this tomb and protected it, as I am too fearful to try the incantation. But should those worthy try, it's up to them," essentially.
Well, I have an intelligence modifier of -2. Watch this. I would like to... Yeah, baby, let's not do the screaming thing today. Mama's on stream. Come here. Oh, shoot. No. Okay, that's writing equipment. So the other two are the spell components. Just to be sure, let's bring the writing equipment towards the light. One piece at a time, and then put it back, and then another piece at a time. See what the light does, if it does anything.
The writing equipment brightens when you take it close.
The writing equipment brightens, or the light brightens?
The light brightens, sorry.
Okay, good.
I will also say that at the bottom of the page there is a brief description of the ritual that they have discovered, which involves burning components in the center of the room. Not saying anything. This is a ritual that precedes words, is their summary. But burning certain things in a certain order, which we can decide on the fly because I haven't prepared it, will complete this ritual or disrupt it.
So, what should I do with this?
Maybe we just mix it all together
Hang on.
and throw it from outside the room at the light.
You two seem really smart, okay?
I'm just gonna start giggling at that. This is the first I've ever heard that.
And that's not really my thing so much, but I'll bet the people who figured out this far, Kitty, I bet the people who figured it out this far were smarter than all of us.
That is a safe bet.
We just hit our follower goal. So
Yay!
Juniper, you're going to find a potion also amongst these components.
Okay.
The first step of the ritual is to drink the potion.
Okay, I drink the potion.
Roll me
Hang
a
on,
D100.
hang on. Oh,
What? Just roll a d100?
Yep.
Okay, hold on.
wait, don't stop. Okay.
Very low rolls.
Yeah.
As you begin to drink this, it feels and looks like red ochre, and tastes like caramel.
Mm.
Give me a second to Google the effect it describes.
Okay.
How fitting. This gives you second sight.
Ooh, cool. Okay.
A form of extrasensory perception, the power to perceive things that are not present to the senses. Visions about future events, and etc.
So what
You
do I
can
see us
see-
doing?
You can see a creature you don't recognize casting a spell in or maintaining a spell in what looks like a vast library.
Do I notice the order of what it's using or anything?
It's just maintaining. They've already done this ritual part, they're just maintaining the spell.
It's gonna sound crazy, but I just had a little waking dream, I guess, and there's someone who is casting a spell to keep it going in a library. Yeah.
I see chat crying YOLO.
So
Are you going to tell us about this?
I'm half tempted just to burn them all together and see what happens.
So the thing says before words, there was the divine
Ambition.
ambition.
Mm-hmm. You're precious.
Maybe.
Where's your face?
Does any of the stuff in here have any affiliation with anything divine, religious, anything like that?
The gemstones all crushed up, probably.
Maybe.
All of these are spell components.
Yeah.
And
I
then
the player recognize them, but I certainly don't recognize them in character.
the things, the writing stuff, the charcoal and everything. Maybe that's
Maybe?
the order. I don't know.
I'm stumped.
Well, you don't know what the spell does, but you know how to do it. The question is, from me as a DM to you as players, is would your characters walk away from this and leave things in the status quo? And can you as players live not knowing what it does? Or would you try and complete/end the ritual and see what happens?
Juniper would totally just do it and see what happens.
You may
I would
confer.
be taking these components out of the room separately and taking them off to my brother or some other magic using person to say, hey, can you use this? Pay me for it.
I would totally just do it.
I would strip this car for parts. I don't even.
I'm a tiefling. I gotta do it.
Yeah. And I'm already standing by the light with some of the components.
So that's 2 for do, 1 for don't. Are we all happy with doing it?
Message for you, Scrat.
Yes. You'll also notice, Harmony, that Loose String is turning your loot over in her hands.
Why?
This is pretty.
Yes. Why do you have it?
Because it's pretty. I'm tired, okay? I need a break.
Okay.
I like the wood.
Yes, it's
I play a chord as if I know what I'm doing, and the sound will tell you that that is just not true. Crack! It sounds like somebody fell into a piano. Crang! Bling. 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 Clang.
So then,
yeah.
am I understanding that we want to complete the ritual?
Yes.
Okay.
Like hello, wee.
So away we go. You do these things in the correct order, and the light gets brighter and brighter until it becomes almost too bright. And then as you place the last thing down into the fires, which you've created as part of this, that musical chord comes out of the lute and then somehow goes back into it as Loose-String's hand comes back up in reverse time. Everything starts to move backwards as you put the spell components back in their boxes. Move back into the room. The head rolls back onto the invisible stalker. You make your way back out of the room. The pool fills back up with blood. The elemental comes back, fighting you backwards as you see Loose-String gain energy coming through this encounter, and instead of coming out bruised and battered, it seems quite the opposite, as they went in bruised and battered, but combat seems to restore them to full health. You walk backwards back across the plains, back into that old tower, and all the other things that Harmony has done, and Loose-String goes back to one of the original encounters that we also did. Everything moves backwards. All of your characters go back through their childhoods, go back through their teenage years, back until they were born. Everything goes all the way backwards until the universe collapses on itself. And a teenage wizard in a grand library sees the spell in his hands flicker and collapse. Guess I'll have to try again. The end! I did warn you that the inevitable end of the universe would be in this one shot.
You did.
There it is.
Lovely. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that was nice. I've never ended a universe before.
Yeah, that's a first.
Yeah.
Feels good, man.
Save the universe.
Yeah, I mean, maybe, trying to do Katie's puzzle thing. I remember there was a puzzle in this one, but maybe taking it to the end of the universe is a bit extreme. Anyways, here we are.
It's not extreme. We're D&D players. You don't play D&D for this many years without learning a little something about courage.
So, since here we are at the end, why don't we,
Beginning.
Oh, the beginning, yeah.
The beginning of the end.
Why don't we go round and talk about the one-shot? Guys, let me know how that was. Did you enjoy it? What was your favourite part? Where can we find you online, and where are all the wonderful things that you do? Because we want to come and follow you and check them out. This time we'll go in reverse order, so we'll start with Cammy.
I loved it. I loved all the high rolls from Juniper. That
Yes.
was insane.
That never happens. Ever.
I almost expected the D100 to end on 100 when you rolled it.
Yeah, I wouldn't have been surprised.
You can find me on Twitter at Cammy Yule, like Yuletide, but Yule. And that's
Sorry, I've been calling you Jewel all session.
it's cool. It can be said both ways, but in Danish, it's
Soft
the
J.
same.
Yeah, I used to live with some Danish guys. I should have known.
So it's, yeah, like Yule. That's it. I do art stuff and complain on Twitter about art stuff.
Fantastic. Fantastic. And did we get your favorite part?
All the high rolls.
Just the high rolls, yeah.
My low rolls and her high roll.
I mean, I think to be fair, you were sort of staying in the middle, because I think the master of the low rows must be Loose String or Sinchu as we come around to you next with the multiple nat ones today.
That was actually my favorite part. I just think it's hilarious when someone whose character is, and I must tell you, viewers, this character had monster physical stats and she just couldn't catch a break. A break could not be caught, and I just sort of loved how inept she looked. I mean, I think it pretty much started when she got wet. And in my head, it's been this just visual of soggy, sodden whiskers this whole time. I
will make sure to make a note for Katie that Loose Strings rolls bad when wet.
I think that was beautiful. But equally, I loved the fact that the person doing the most damage in the party was not the barbarian, but the tiny ranger. It delighted me so much. I'm on Twitter. I am Sintyu. I am Sintyu. And I talk equally about my cats, cooking, Dungeons and Dragons, and politics. If you are not interested in politics, ignore me about 60% of the time. But I'm also going to be one of the main players in Dungeons and Deductibles on Phantom Roll Booth, starting, I believe, next week. We're still working out the schedule. We're going to be airing on Wednesday afternoon/evening, depending on your time zones. And it's going to be a fun campaign, and I hope that you'll come and watch.
Fantastic. Thank you so much. I'll give them a shout out as well.
And this is my first game with Scraticus Academy, and I've loved it so much. Thank you, Scrat.
No, you're very welcome. I'm glad to have you along. And that's another good point as well. Cami, you said this was your first time streaming ever?
Yeah.
You did fantastically. You were absolutely great. Thank you for sharing that with us. Thank you. But that does bring us around to our last player of today, V, or the Crafting Muse. Oh, hi.
Hi. I have never, ever
MVP
ever had rules like this on Roll20. Ever. But it is holding to my theory that it doesn't like barbarians. Yeah. So yeah, I'm V. You can find me on YouTube. You can find me on the Twitters. I'm definitely on the Twitters a lot, as well as Facebook and Instagram. And I also play here a lot at Scraticus Academy. So you'll catch me here Thursday afternoons as a player. And I'm also over on Mini Terrain Domain in the evenings on Monday and Thursday nights for a couple campaigns. So I'm actually playing a bard tonight, so yay. Which brings me to my favorite part, was the fact that this was a bard that was more like just the sarcasm, yeah, whatever. It was, that was a great way to play a bard. I loved the different take on it, because normally it's like, let's just sing. And this was like, you can do it, you're good. It was awesome. I loved that part. That was a lot of fun. So that's me in a nutshell.
Fantastic, thank you. I think I've got to agree with that favourite moment, actually. My favourite moment was not just the unorthodox bardic inspiration, but especially the distant miming inspiration. Just the... Loved it.
That was fun.
Favourite moment right there. Thank you for that. What a great game, everyone. Let's go through some things, and then we are going to go and pay a raid to someone. That's what we're going to do. So first of all, check out our social links. If you're not already... No, that's not how you spell social. That's not anything like how you spell social. There you go. Check out our Discord, our Twitter, and our YouTube. Discord is a safe, inclusive space where you can come and talk about TTRPGs and all the other wonderful things. Twitter, send me a DM and I'll get you into this game or a game very similar to it. We have another game of D&D available in the week, Cypher System, and Ryutama, which generally happen between 1 PM or 6 PM on certain days of the week. DM me and we'll talk dates. And YouTube, all of our games end up on YouTube. You'll find this one up there before the end of next week. We also have a Patreon. You can support us on Patreon for as little as $1 a month. Every dollar is greatly appreciated. And we have free articles over there as well. So even if you can't support, head over anyway and check it out, because I do commission these articles. They are good quality articles which are there for your perusal, so please do enjoy them. We also have merchandise where you can go and get this crest, and you can put the crest on the chest. V, is that what you're waiting for? I don't know why that makes you chuckle so much, but it makes me happy. But you can also get it slapped on all sorts of other things as well. You can get you can put it on wall hangings, clocks, you name it. Tights. Tights is the one I want, but this room's far too hot for them. Especially because for some reason the merch put on the tights. They put the emblem on the inner thigh, not the outer thigh. No. On the inner thigh, so I could do the whole adventurer stance to advertise them, which would, just make me happy. I also have sponsors in Bird in the Storm Publishing and Mage Hand Press. Bird in the Storm Publishing are a publishing company who write content for D&D and other TTRPGs. Mage Hand Press created the Dark Matter Alpha, which is a sci-fi expansion for D&D 5e. You can see us playing it today at 10 PM EST. We also have some panels down below. Go and check out the panels. In those panels, you can see Arasavad.com, tabletoploot.com, and ruink.com, and I've got discounts on each one for 10 to 15% discount. So do check them out. Check out the panels. Head over there. Click on the picture to go to their website, and make note of my code to get a discount if you would like. Yes, so we are going to play a raid. Today we are going to go and visit Random Tuesday, but we don't have a raid cry yet. So we need a raid cry for the thing. Unfortunately, I would go for miming, but miming doesn't convert well to words.
A raid cry?
Yeah, something that we're going to say when we get in. Preferably related to today's stream, a memorable thing that we said. Chat might be able to help us out, maybe.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
I'm trying to think as well. Maybe something to do with the elemental, or something to do with the
I don't suppose you can spell.
I totally know where I am. Didn't Loose String say something like, I totally know where we are?
Yes.
That's perfect, in fact. I totally know where we're going. That'll do. That gives the whole picture.
I have an intelligence modifier of -2. I know what I'm doing.
It's gonna be a bit long. I'm just gonna go with the I totally know where we're going.
Yeah.
I almost want to put afterwards narrator. They did not know where they were going.
That would be good.
Do it. Do it.
It's so appropriate for this one.
Did not know. I don't know if you guys noticed, but when Scrat told us that we were heading north, I said, "See, yes, I did that."
But remember, she's not smart. She's like, "Okay."
I'm not smart. You're not smart.
So I'm just plugging in the raid information now. We should have the raid cooling down. We are. So everyone, we will be back in 2 hours with another one-shot. No, it's not a one-shot. It's part of the campaign. It is the Realm of the Ancients. Alice's Cypher System campaign set in ancient times. Oh my god, is it dramatic. It's like watching Shakespearean theatre. But until then, keep on evoking emotions, and we will see you in a couple of hours. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye. Bye.